1 out of every 8.
Those are words that you don't want to hear.
1 out of every 8 women in our country is told she has breast cancer.
You want to hear everything is great all the time, so it wasn't a very good feeling.
As daunting a number as that is, we all know it doesn't tell the whole story.
Breast cancer affects more lives than just the person that's going through it. And so it means a lot to more than just one person.
Oklahoma Project Woman touches thousands of women and their families a year. Women like Kristen Iman, a single mom who needed help when she found a lump in her breast.
Scared to death, so the fact that I was qualified, I mean, it was a huge blessing because otherwise I would have just sat in fear and not known what to do otherwise because I couldn't afford it. I mean, even if I needed to, I couldn't afford it without that.
It's all about fighting what was once a certain killer with early diagnosis and treatment.
In the last couple of months, I've seen some more advanced cancers than I typically would see, but these women happen to be those without insurance.
I would have just been one of them lost in the system.
But she was not lost because Oklahoma Project Woman was there.
I think women don't go to the doctor because they can't afford to, and they might feel a lump and not check it out. So now they have a resource to check it out and find out what's going on and face it head on.
It's like getting your life back. Like peace of mind is everything.
All it takes is a phone call.
Call Maya. She'll take care of you.
We'll start with then is getting you to a clinic where you can have a good breast exam.
Maya Betts, a 20-year breast cancer survivor, is one of the knowledgeable, comforting, and compassionate staff ready to help the growing number of women who reach out to Oklahoma Project Woman.
It really is just very important to me to be able to help women who are a lot less fortunate and need that same kind of care that I did.
She guides them through the process of doctor's appointments, mammograms, and even surgery.
They are so appreciative and so thankful, and it just really calms them tremendously because now they can focus on getting the health care that they need and making sure everything's okay and not having to worry about that extra big burden of how to pay for that care.
The tissue that came out was breast tissue with those little specks of calcium, but there were no changes that put you at risk for developing breast cancer in the future. When I discovered Project Woman when I moved to town, I discovered an organization who actually cares about women, and not only do they provide a great service, but they actually care about these women.
At the heart of Oklahoma Project Woman is a mission to extend life through early diagnosis and treatment. The mission is guided by a small but dedicated staff working hard to meet the needs of women all across the state.
There are 39 counties right now that have what we call a full-service hospital where women can go and have mammograms, surgeries, all of their health care needs, breast health care needs met. And we want to have contracts with all of those hospitals.
And we're almost there. With the support of dedicated volunteers and the financial generosity of individuals and businesses statewide.
Our budget is very significant, even though our per patient cost is really between $150 and $200. But obviously we want to serve a lot of patients, and so it takes a lot of money to run the organization, and therefore we need volunteers to help us raise that money. We don't receive any government funding at all.
All the money stays local. It is an Oklahoma organization, so the money stays here and really helps individuals in our community.
You get a big bang for your buck with this organization. People volunteer their time. Nobody in this office or in this organization is getting a big salary. They're going all over the state to help people. You have such a great reach.
Breast cancer remains the most common form of cancer among women. We may not yet be able to save everyone, but we can strive to give every woman hope.
But sometimes we're also giving people just more time with their loved ones. But sometimes hope is the best thing you can give somebody.
You can't imagine how grateful I am.
And especially being a mother, I mean, that's the main reason I'm alive, you know. And I wasn't worried about myself, I was worried about not getting to be a mom anymore and what was gonna happen to my son. So now I don't have to worry about that.
Up until this time, I've never been sick, so I plan to be able to have a lot more years to give to my family and community and church, and hopefully be a make viable contributions with the rest of the time that I have here.
With financial support, Oklahoma Project Woman will continue to bring hope to more women all across our state. And if you know someone who needs help, let them know we're here for them. If you can help, we welcome you with open arms. The need is growing. The time is now.
At the end of the day, I feel like I'm really glad I survived breast cancer, and I'm really glad that this is where God chose to use me.
Oklahoma Project Woman.
Oklahoma Project Woman.
Oklahoma Project Woman.
Oklahoma Project Woman.